just listened to this podcast, The Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. It was interviewing Emma Grede, if I've said that correctly, sorry if I haven't. But she said something that's quite interesting about when she does interviews with people, the thing that she considers a red flag is when they ask about the work-life balance. And I thought that was really interesting because it's not wrong, but I also feel like it speaks to why it's important to have your own definition of success. Because often when we talk about success, we often talk about it in this very typical way of it's just one thing, or just a few things. Being very successful is having lots of money. Being very successful is being at the top of a company. Being very successful is having this high status. But I think the truth is that success is what you make it. Success is how you define it. And if you define success of those things, that's fine. I'm not saying you can't. But if you define success as spending time with your family, spending time with your friends, maybe doing some hobbies, maybe some creative projects, maybe community work, if you define success as spending time doing those things, that's fine. But then you also have to understand that unless you are extremely lucky, you're probably not going to get the big bucks to go with it. Because in the end, everything will cost you something. Right? Everything will cost you something. If you want more money, you can have more money, but it's going to cost you something. If you want to spend more time playing video games, you can spend more time playing video games, but it's going to cost you something. Everything will cost you something. So I think it's important to define what success means to you, to define what's really important to you. Because we all need money to pay our bills and this, that, and the third. But if you've got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your belly, you're doing pretty well. Now, if you got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your belly, and after all that, you still got money left over to go see a movie, you are doing amazingly well. And I know some people might say, well, that's just average. Ain't nothing wrong with being average. I think the world needs people who are exceptional, people who are going to push those boundaries, people who are going to achieve things that most of us won't. I think the world needs people like that. But the world also needs people who are average, people who are ordinary, people who just go to work, do their job, and go home. And if that's you, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I think it starts getting messed up when we start chasing these ideas of success that really aren't our own. And for anyone who's ever done that, you already know that you can get yourself into a situation where you're so far down this path of trying to achieve this thing, and it's taking you so far away from the things that you're actually passionate about that you're just miserable. And you can have all this money and promotions and all these things, but you're just miserable because none of that is what's really important to you. So to wrap this all up, what I'm saying is decide for yourself what's important to you, what you are most passionate about, and keep those things in your life. Now, if you are the guy who's going to hustle hard, work hard, no days off, all that kind of stuff, then great. The world needs you. But if you're the guy who likes to work as little as possible and then spend the rest of the day talking on the internet about Star Wars theories, the world needs you too. The thing is, you could have anything you want in this world, but you can't have everything.